Now it's our job now to redouble our efforts to take on not only Trumps, but the Trumps in our own country. I'm not just talking about Nigel Farage or Boris Johnson. There was just so much racism coming from the other side from David Cameron. We will stand up against all that want to divide our society. It is not the fault of refugees, migrants and Muslims that a million people are using food banks. It is not the fault of migrants, refugees and Muslims that millions of people are homeless on the streets. We will stand up united and push back this racist offensive. It starts here today with a message of solidarity to the people in America to say, Trump, you're not welcome in our communities, you're not welcome in Britain.
Donald Trump, who is vying to get into the White House in America. I just can't believe that somebody as racist as him it has actually got a chance of doing that. We have to make sure that last night's election result does not, we don't allow Islamophobes like Gov, like Farage, and Boris, Bojo, to actually take over the vote. Yes, there's a racist vote, but it's up to us to make sure that racism is actually fought against.
What Trump represents is a feature of societies all across Europe, all across the world, and I fundamentally believe it's through actions like this, through good people like ourselves, and all of the people that we're connected to, that are wishing us well, that are watching us, that are shouting and going, yeah, go for it, that we represent the majority. We certainly represent the hope, and I think your message of refugees in, Trump out, is going to be echoed in wherever you find yourself. Trump represents as a threat everywhere to decency, to all of the gains of the movements that fought for women's rights, for civil rights for black people, for gay rights, for human rights. So we're all here today standing against Trump, and I think it's really important, and we know that we're connected to many, many more. And let's be clear, if we need to do this again, for anyone like him...
Young people, working class people coming together to fight back against bigotry, against racism, and against the billionaire capitalist. But let's also have a look at what's going on in America, the positive things, the massive strikes of fast food workers for $15 an hour. Let's also look at the massive rallies that Bernie Sanders has held, talking about a political revolution.
First of all, they seduce the working classes by throwing money at them. We've seen that before. Then they start on the immigrants. The Mexicans was his first, then Muslims, and even had the audacity after the sick slaughter in Orlando to again bring that up. The man is not a man, the man is a monster, and he has to understand that that kind of thinking in this country, in Scotland, is unacceptable.
We have to unite. This is the time where unity has to come into force. That's the only solution that I see.
Without getting too carried away, I'm sure if you watch the news tonight, this demonstration will have been beamed around the world. I think it will give people hope. It will give people hope in every corner of the world that people in Scotland are saying, not in our name, Trump, we don't want you refugees in. It's an incredibly powerful message. It's a fantastic basis for us to build the biggest anti-racist movement this country has ever seen. So let's go for it.
A message of solidarity. It's a message of solidarity to those in New York, to those in Los Angeles, to those in Chicago who have opposed Trump every step of the way. Trump, you are not welcome here. Your politics of bigotry, of racism, of sexism, of division are not welcome in Scotland or all of Britain. With the Mexican flags waving, with the refugee welcome signs, we've got more in common with Mexicans, with refugees, with Muslims than we do with the 1% and with Donald Trump.
Refugees in!